Good morning, students. As in the previous class, I had started with the reproductive health 1 mark questions, and in the previous class, I have discussed the questions from question number 1 to question number 35. So, in this class, we shall discuss the remaining questions. In that, the first question, that is, 36th question. How can the efficiency of contraceptives barriers be increased? It means the contraceptive barriers efficiency can be increased by using the spermicidal creams, jellies and foams along with the barriers. Next, 37th question. What are intrauterine devices? The intrauterine devices are inserted by doctors or expert nurses in the uterus through vagina. Expand the abbreviation, that is IUDs. IUDs, the abbreviation, the expansion of the IUDs is intrauterine devices. 39th question. Where are IUDs inserted in the body of a woman? The IUDs are inserted in the uterus through the vagina. Give an example for non-medicated IUDs. The example for non-medicated IUDs are lips loop. 41. Give an example for copper releasing IUDs. The copper releasing IUDs are copper T, copper 7, multi-load 375. Next, 42nd question. Give an example for hormone releasing IUDs. The hormone releasing IUDs are progesterone and LNG20. Okay, as remember, as these all are 1 mark question, with in case of non-medicated IUDs only one they have given the example, so you can mention that one only. But in case of copper releasing IUDs, they have mentioned 3, that is copper T, copper 7 and even the multi-load 375. So among these 3, as it is only for 1 mark, you can mention any one. The next one, that is, give an example for hormone releasing IUDs. The hormone releasing IUDs are again 2. Among these 2, any one you can write, that is LNG20 or you can even mention progesterone. Okay. Next, 43rd question. How do copper releasing IUDs prevent conception? The copper releasing IUDs prevent the conception where the copper releasing IUDs, they are going to release the copper ions. When the copper T, copper 7, when they release the copper ions, so those copper ions are going to suppress the sperm motility, means the movement of the sperm will be decreased, and the fertilizing capacity of the sperm also gets suppressed, means when the sperm meets the ovum, there the fusion is going to takes place. So that fusion may not occur when the copper ions are being released. Okay. So the next question, 44th. Identify a contraceptive device that releases ions to suppress sperm motility and the fertilizing capacity of sperms. So the contraceptive device which releases ions to suppress the sperm motility and fertilizing capacity of the sperms, they are copper releasing intrauterine devices. 45th question. Name an intrauterine device that would be recommended to promote the cervix hostility to the sperms. they are, that is the contraceptive method without intrauterine devices, which is going to promote the cervix hostility to the sperms. They are hormone releasing IUDs. Next, 46th question. How do hormone releasing IUDs prevent conception? The hormone releasing IUDs will avoid the conception by making the uterus to be as unsuitable for implantation and makes the cervix hostility to the sperms also will be made unsuitable. I'll repeat the 45th question. Name an IUD that would be recommended to promote the cervix hostility to the sperms. Okay, so that is, as I said, that is the hormone releasing IUDs. Now the 46th question is, how do hormone releasing IUDs prevent conception? So they are going to avoid the conception. The hormone releasing IUDs avoids the conception by making the uterus to be as unsuitable for implantation. 47th, how does LNG-20 act as a contraceptive? As LNG-20 is the contraceptive or the example for hormone releasing IUDs, the hormone releasing IUDs will make the uterus to be unsuitable for implantation. By making the uterus to be unsuitable for implantation, it avoids the conception, and there only it acts as a contraceptive. 48th, what are oral contraceptives? The oral contraceptives are oral administration of small doses of either progestogens or progestogen estrogen combination, which is used by the females. It means the oral contraceptives are the oral pills which are of small doses of either progestogens or progestogen estrogen combination, and these are used by the females. 49th question. What is the hormonal composition of oral contraceptive used by females? The oral contraceptives which are used by the females are having the hormone of progestogen and estrogen combination. Name a non-steroidal or oral contraceptive pill. So a non-steroidal oral contraceptive pill is Saheli. Next, 51. Name once a week oral contraceptive pill. So the once a week oral contraceptive pill, it is again the Saheli. 52nd question. What is the hormonal composition of an implant which used as a contraceptive? The implants are having the hormone only, that is progestogens. So progestogens are the hormone composition of an implant which is used as contraceptive. 53rd question. What is sterilization method of contraception? The sterilization method of contraception are the surgical methods generally advised for the male or female partner as a terminal method to prevent any more pregnancies. Next, 54th question. How do surgical methods prevent conception? The surgical method prevents conception by blocking the gamete transport and prevents the conception. 55th question. Define vasectomy. Vasectomy is a surgical method carried in the male where a small part of the vasa deferens is removed or tied up through a small incision on the scrotum. Next, 56th. Name the terminal method of a contraception in male. The terminal method. These surgical methods are only considered as the terminal method of contraception. As in case of the male, the terminal method of contraception is the vasectomy. How does vasectomy prevent conception? I said in the vasectomy, the small part of the vasa deferens is removed or tied up, means as the vasa deferens will be acting as a connection between seminal vesicle and the testis. As from the testis, the sperms will be released, so that sperms will not be made to reach the seminal vesicle. So what happens? In case of the vasectomy, they prevent the gamete transfer tube and avoids the conception. Next question. Define tubectomy. The tubectomy is carried in female where a small part of the fallopian tube is removed or tied up through a small incision in the abdomen or through the vagina. Next question, 59. Name the terminal method of contraception in female. The terminal method of contraception in female is tubectomy. 60th. How does tubectomy prevent conception? The tubectomy prevent conception by blocking the gamete transfer, that is, they prevent the fallopian tube. Next question. What is the disadvantage of surgical method of contraception? The disadvantage of surgical method of contraception is their reversibility, where in case of surgical method the reversibility are very poor. 62nd question. What is the abbreviation of MTP? MTP stands for medical termination of pregnancy. What is medical termination of pregnancy? The medical termination of pregnancy is intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before the full term is completed. Next, that is 64th question. What is induced abortion? The induced abortion is one more name for medical termination of pregnancy. The induced abortion is the intentional or voluntary termination of pregnancy before the full term is completed. 65th question. When did Government of India legalize MTP? The Government of India legalized MTP in the year 1971. 66th question. Government of India legalized MTP in 1971 with strict conditions for MTP in our country. So in our country the MTP was made legalized with some conditions to check the indiscriminate and illegal female feticides, which are, as they are reported high in our country, that is in the India. 67. Which period of pregnancy is considered as relatively safe for MTPs? The MTPs are considered relatively safe during the first trimester, that is up to 12 weeks of pregnancy. Next, 68th question. What are sexually transmitted diseases? The sexually transmitted diseases are the disease or infection which are transmitted through sexual intercourse, are collectively called sexually transmitted disease. Next, 69th question. What are venereal diseases? The venereal diseases are, it is one more name for sexually transmitted disease. So the diseases or infections which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are collectively called as venereal diseases. 70th question. Expand the abbreviation STD. STD stands for sexually transmitted diseases. 71st question. Expand the abbreviation VD. The VD stand for venereal diseases. 72nd question. Expand the abbreviation PID. PID stands for pelvic inflammatory diseases. 73rd question. What are reproductive tract infections? The reproductive tract infections are one more name for sexually transmitted disease, as the are defined as the disease or infections which are transmitted through sexual intercourse are collectively called reproductive tract infections. 74th question. Sharing of injection needles by two individuals is not recommended. Why? The sharing of injection needles by two individuals is not recommended because of the sexually transmitted diseases or infections like hepatitis B and HIV, where they can be transmitted by using or by sharing the injection needles between two individuals. Define infertility. The infertility is where the infertility, we define it as the condition where they are unable to produce children in spite of unprotected sexually habitation. Next, 76th question. Expand the abbreviation IVF and ET. IVF stands for in vitro fertilization and ET stands for embryo transfer. Next, 77th question. Expand the abbreviation GIFT. Expand the abbreviation, that is ZIFT. ZIFT stands for zygote intrafallopian transfer. Next, 78th question. Expand the abbreviation GIFT. GIFT, that is gamete intrafallopian transfer. Next, 79th question. Expand the abbreviation IUT. IUT stands for intrauterine transfer. 80th question. Expand the abbreviation ICSI. ICSI stands for intracytoplasmic sperm injection. 81. Expand the abbreviation IUI. IUI stands for intrauterine insemination. 82. What is in vitro fertilization? The in vitro fertilization is the fertilization which takes place outside the body in almost similar condition as that in the body. Next, 83rd question. Define in vivo fertilization. In vivo fertilization, as I said, in vitro fertilization means where the fertilization takes place outside the body almost in outside the body, inside the glass, by providing the similar conditions as that of the body. Whereas in vivo means the fertilization is going to take place inside of the body. 84th question. What is gamete intrafallopian transfer? The gamete intrafallopian transfer is transfer of an ovum collected from a donor into the fallopian tube. 85th question. What is zygote intrafallopian transfer? The zygote intrafallopian transfer is the zygote or early embryos up to 8 blastomeres will be transferred into the fallopian tube. Next, 86th question. What is intracytoplasmic sperm injection? Intracytoplasmic sperm injection is another procedure to form an embryo in the laboratory in which the sperm is directly injected into the ovum. Next, 87th question. Define intrauterine insemination. The intrauterine insemination means the semen is collected either from the husband or the healthy donor, where the artificially semen is introduced into the vagina or into the uterus of the female. 88th question. What is artificial insemination? The artificial insemination is insemination of the male partner, where the insemination of the male partner, the infertility cases, in case of where the male is not having the ability to produce the proper amount of semen. So in such cases, artificial insemination is going to take place. It means in the artificial insemination, the semen is collected from the donor or from the husband, and it will be artificially introduced into the female vagina or into the uterus. Next, 89th question. Name the method of obtaining an embryo in the laboratory by direct injection into the ovum. So that method is intracytoplasmic sperm injection. 90th question. Which is the correct assisted reproductive technique when the male partner fails to inseminate or produces semen with low sperm count in the ejaculate? So that assisted reproductive technique is intrauterine insemination. 91. Semen from the husband or a healthy donor is artificially introduced into the uterus of the female. What is this technique called? So the technique is called artificial insemination. 92. Suggest an assisted reproductive technique that can help the couple to have a child where the problem is with the male partner. So in such cases, it means they are telling the male partner is having the inability to is not having the capacity to produce the proper amount of the semen. So in such case, artificially it is being introduced into the female, means that into the female vagina, that is called the intrauterine insemination. Next question. 92nd, suggest an assisted reproductive technique that can help the couple to have child where the male partner is where the problem is with the male partner. So that is by artificial insemination or with the intrauterine insemination. 93rd, suggest an assisted reproductive technique that help the couple to have a child where the problem is with the female partner who cannot conceive. So in such case, the reproductive technique which is being used where the problem is with the female, so there they will go for gamete intrafallopian transfer. 90, or even they can go for the in vitro. 94th, name a contraceptive device that inhibits ovulation and implantation. So that contraceptive device is oral pills. 95th, mention one assisted reproductive technology. So assisted reproductive technologies they have listed like in vitro fertilization, embryo transfer, test tube baby, the zygote intrafallopian transfer or intrauterine transfer, gamete intrafallopian transfer, in intracytoplasmic sperm injection, artificial insemination, intrauterine insemination. So there are 5 to 6 are there. Among these you can write any one. Thank you.